welcome back to the Honor Estimate and to WWE Fast Lane 2023 out of 10. And yeah, finally here, a really intriguing card, this one. Yeah, lots going on in it. We've got the tag titles on the line, we've got the World Heavyweight title on the line, we've got John Cena and LA Knight teaming up to take on the Bloodline. So yeah, like I say, a lot going on, but we started things off with the Judgment Day versus Cody and Jay for the tag titles. JD McDonald's quest to prove himself as Judgment Day hit a roadblock on Saturday night when he blasted the injured left knee of Damian Priest with the Money in the Bank briefcase. This allowed Cody Rhodes to deliver Crossroads on the announce table. Then joined Jey Uso in dropping Finn Balor with 1D to retain the belts. This came at the end of a lengthy red-hot battle that saw Uso and Rhodes set aside their previous issues and accomplish the goal of dethroning the heel champions at the time. Strong ringing action, hampered only by a run that stretched some of the spots thinner than necessary. It's a perfect way to start the PLE. More importantly, it allows descent that has permanently the Judgment Day to escalate, as Balor is likely to defend his prostrate McDonough with the expensive relationship with Priest. So yeah, that all ties in really nicely. And I think Cody and Jay, odd couple tag team, I think it definitely adds intrigue going forward. So yeah, it all worked really nicely for me and gets a 7 out of 10. Next up, it was time for the LWA versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Rayon Santos escalated into the Saturday battle with Bobby Lashley and Street Profits down, a man down with no partners in sight. For 3 quarters of the bout, they found themselves forced to fight from underneath and looking like a united front to stop them, but then it happened. Carlito returns to WWE months after cameoing at Backlash, hitting to the ring with a return to a thunderous ovation. He talked about the opposition dropping Montez forward with a backstabber and scored the victory for the babyfaces. The execution surprise was well done. Rather than having him join them at the start, it was a sense of intrigue as to what was going to happen, and we eventually got it. The mid-match arrival, the Spencer the crowd and the energy it brought it, I thought made it all well done and made it feel bigger. It will be interesting to see what effect the 44-year-old has on the LWA moving forward, and if it fractures the relationship between Tyrion and Escobar. But one thing for sure, Carlito's in the best shape of his career, and yeah, a second chance to write his legacy in WWE. I'm definitely not going to say no, and yeah, I can't wait to see what he can do. So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. I thought it was perfectly booked to the point where it kind of didn't really harm both teams either, and added that suspense factor too. Next up was Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte for the women's title. Desperate to retain her role as leader of Damage Control, Bayley scoffed at Io Sky's request that she stay backstage during her title defense against Charlotte, Flair and Asuka, and then directly involved herself in the closing moments of the bout. Unlike recent instances though, the champion benefited and the champion, with Bayley providing a distraction that it took the referee's attention away and Asuka tapping out to Flair's figure 8. Sky launched herself from the top rope and a picture perfect moonsault and pinned the Queen to pick up the win. The match was good and the involvement of Bayley was essential to the story at play, but the action did somewhat feel disjointed along the way. Luckily, the combatants recovered and executed to finish to perfection. The argument will be that Flair tapped out Asuka and Asuka should be champion. Sky will question Bayley's interfering despite her request that she did not, even in their hope to retain. These 2 stories and how WWE intertwines them will be worth watching now. Asuka, well, she tapped out to expect her to fall out of title contention, especially as she prepares the battle Roxanne on Tuesday night on NXT. So yeah, it kind of all leads in and it's very intriguing as well. So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. A lot of questions coming in. I think I got the result I wanted, but I think yeah, there's still a lot of questions going out and where it will shape out. So I'm going to give it time, but yeah, definitely got the result I wanted at least. Yeah, Io Sky's title reign goes on. It was then time for John Cena and LA Knight versus the Bloodline. You could not have laid out the match any better to highlight LA Knight than what we got in Saturday's co-main event, and when he teamed up with John Cena to defeat the Bloodline. Cena took the majority of heat, selling for the heels before taking a Rod Hot tactic tonight, which put the crowd and led to a fantastic home stretch. Despite the veteran getting in the bench stuff later on, it was Knight who delivered the BFT to secure the win. In his devastating state, the megastar passed with flying colours. His performance lived up to the moment as he was fired up as the fans, and the result was one of those dealings showing that his supporters will be able to point to the evidence as he can handle the pressure-packed situations that come with being WWE's top babyface. Up next, based solely on what we saw, his win over Jimmy and backstage confrontations with Paul Heyman, it has to be one-on-one with Roman Reigns, and hopefully that takes place at Crown Jewel, because yeah, this all worked nicely, putting him over. I think it all serves a purpose and all worked brilliant, so yeah, 8 out of 10. But moving on then to the last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins assessing his differences in a wild, chaotic last man standing match that spilled through the arena and culminated with a visionary delivering a Falcon Arrow through a table on the floor. Rollins fought back from considerable pain in the injured back and really established himself as a workman's champion. The feud between the two should be over at this point, because Rollins has absorbed everything Nakamura had at him, and asking fans to buy the Japanese superstar one more time would not make sense. As for who it might be, surely it should be someone like Gunther or Bronson Reed, someone like that, a big guy to really challenge Rollins. But yeah, for what this was a really fun match. Rollins retaining, getting a win. I thought chaotic match, good way to end this feud as well. So yeah, worked nicely for me and gets 7 out of 10 for me. Good stuff, and yeah, fun way to end the pay-per-view. And overall, Fastlane gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I thought, yeah, it's a really good show, Fastlane. quite enjoyable from start to finish, really. I thought lots of decent matches on there. Really enjoyed the Cena LA Knight stuff. But yeah, the new tag team champions came as a surprise. So yeah, on the whole, there was just a lot going on and a really, really enjoyable show. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, don't subscribe to my daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.